From a mermaid to a strange half-crocodile, half-buffalo creature, today we're going to show you 10 weird things recently discovered in Thailand. In 2018, when this photo was first posted on Facebook with the caption, "The skeleton of this giant man was discovered in November 2017 in a cave in Krabi, Thailand." This discovery has just been made public. The giant appears to have perished in battle with a huge horned snake. The photo is so intriguing, it's making the rounds on the internet very quickly, and I think it was relayed by so many media that you must have seen it. Today, 3 years later, revisiting this image, what do you think? Is it a fake or a real archaeological discovery? To finally lift the veil on this mystery that has lasted for too long, I take you to the place where the picture was taken. That is to say, in Khao Kanap Nam, a magnificent natural site not far from the city of Krabi in Thailand. Khao Kanap Nam is known for its two splendid hills which form kind of a belvedere on the Krabi River, but is mostly known for its natural caves with their impressive clusters of stalactites and stalagmites. Once inside the caves, you'll easily find the excavation where the skeletons of the mysterious giant and his snake are located. You now have it in front of you, but it's not so much an archaeological site. It is in fact the work of the Taiwanese artist Twoheaded, which is permanently exposed in the exceptional natural site. To think that you've been fooled for years, thinking that a giant was really discovered in Thailand. Now that you know the truth about this picture, I hope next time you will not take everything that circulates on the internet for spot cash. If you think that Buddhist temples are all havens of peace, you are far from it. The proof is this macabre and terrifying discovery that was made in 2010 in a temple in Bangkok. What kind of discovery is this? The corpse of a monk, perhaps? Or that of a disciple? Not even close. It's even creepier than you can imagine. It is in fact 2,000 human fetuses, revealed following some complaints from the neighborhood of the temple. Indeed, the inhabitants smelled a nauseating odor and informed the police. The police soon found more than 2,000 human fetuses from illegal abortion clinics. They were stored in the vaults of the temple's crematorium, which had been out of order for several days. This is a Thai discovery and surely gave you a chill, but I want to reassure you, the Buddhist monks are not to blame in this sinister affair. Only the mortician is involved. So if you're thinking of a spiritual retreat in a Buddhist temple, don't count on me to dissuade you. In October 2015, the inhabitants of the small village of Hai Rock in central Thailand, who only wanted to live a peaceful and uneventful life, find themselves in a spotlight. And this is because of a terrifying discovery made in their village. The buffalo of one of the villagers gave birth to a strange creature, half crocodile, half buffalo. This stillborn hybrid has hooves of a buffalo and the scaly skin of a reptile and the snout of a crocodile. The bizarre creature attracts the world's media to the village of Hai Rock. Fortunately, their interest in this unusual animal gradually fades, and the villagers progressively return to their former peaceful and serene lives. And although the strange creature horrified them at first, they remain optimistic and hope that it will bring them good luck. This January 20th, 2019 is a very normal day for our fisherman from the island of Koh Yao Noi in the province of Phang Nga, southern Thailand. As usual, he gets up very early in the morning and sets off in his small boat. Once in the middle of the ocean, he casts his nets, hoping to recover them a few hours later, full of crabs. This is exactly what happens, but his wish is granted. He makes an excellent catch. Better yet, it's a miraculous catch, because he discovers a mysterious creature in his nets, which he immediately releases on the boat so that he can film it. This strange marine creature, unknown until now, moves like a crab, but as it seems, it is not one, because its carcass is made of grass. Our fisherman is so disconcerted by his find that he forgot his crabs in the nets. But it's not as bad as that. He was late in his work, but he can be proud of having discovered a new and surprising marine species. Who doesn't dream of finding 250,000 euros in front of his house? In any case, I dream of it, and I imagine that you do too. Except that it is impossible, you will tell me. And yet, it happened in Thailand. How is it possible? To answer your question, I will tell you the incredible story of Siripur Nariman. She is a 49-year-old woman living in Nakhon Si Thammarat, Thailand. On February 23rd, after a storm that lasted several days, she went out to walk along the beach in front of her house. She walks quietly. Then she spots a huge, strange mass on the coast. She approaches it, but does not recognize this strange substance, which smells very strong of fish. She then decides to take this big, stinking block of more than 7 kilograms home. As soon as she arrived, she asked the neighbors to come and see her find. Very quickly, one of them told her that it was whale vomit, also called ambergris or floating gold. It was therefore a treasure of great value in the high-end perfume industry, which cost more than 35,000 euros per kilogram, that Sirapur Nibran found in front of her house, proving that finding 250,000 euros in front of your house is not an unattainable dream. Now that you know the story of this lucky woman, you are already beginning to imagine what you could do with such a sum. Unfortunately, you are not the one who found 250,000 euros in front of your house. So back to reality. But don't stop dreaming. One day, your luck will change, and you will find a treasure. If you too are fascinated by the Jurassic period of our planet and are always on the lookout for some new information on the most surprising discoveries of dinosaur fossils, I'm sure that this discovery that was made very recently in Ban Sapan Hin in Thailand will fascinate you. It dates back to 2019 when a team of paleontologists finds the remains of a new type of predatory dinosaur, which also lived over 113 million years ago on our planet. The dinosaur that scientists have called Siamraptor suwati, and whose length is estimated to be more than 7.5 meters, is quite unusual. Indeed, it is the only species of dinosaur known to date with shark teeth. That makes this Siamraptor one of the most bizarre species ever discovered. Knowing what a shark is capable of and what a dinosaur is capable of, just imagining the combination of the two must surely terrify you. Fortunately, nowadays this species is extinct, so you can consider a trip to the beautiful region of Sapan Hin without the risk of being devoured by a Siamraptor suwati. According to a very popular Buddhist legend, it was Naka King, a half-human, half-snake being who lives in wet caves, who created the Mekong River by sliding through the region. This same legend says that for centuries, this Naka King, who created the Mekong River, lived in a cursed cave in Pheu Lanka National Park in Boikong Province, Thailand. So although the park is open to the greater public, in fact, the Naka's cave is located 2 kilometers under a layer of 3 mountains, making it almost inaccessible to tourists. As for the locals, they never venture into the place for fear of the curse. However, some adventurers, in search of the hidden jewel, take their courage in both hands and decide to try the adventure to finally break the mystery of the existence of this cave. And fortunately, because they found it, and what it houses is both bizarre and surprising. The discovery of a gigantic stone structure which looks like a real snake, which has been transformed into rock. Certainly their expedition was trying and full of dangers, but the discovery of the legendary King Naka transformed into stone was well worth it. Let's hope that these intrepid adventurers don't catch the curse that legends speak of, and that has dissuaded the locals from searching for the cave for hundreds of years. If you are planning a trip to Thailand and are asking about the dangers in this country, we'll recommend you to be very careful with snake bites. Indeed, in Kingdom of Siam shelters more than 200 species of snakes. Some are inoffensive, but others are extremely venomous, and their bites can be fatal. And if you think you will not visit the remote areas and that you will be satisfied to go around the big cities like Bangkok to escape those deadly reptiles, you are wrong. The proof is in the pictures. In this video filmed in 2019, you can see this surprising and frightening discovery made in the sewers of a residential area in Bangkok. And these are the most real pictures. Yes, it's a huge king cobra measuring more than 4 meters, one of the longest and most venomous snakes in the world, that this rescuer from an animal protection foundation is trying to get out of this drain. You see, snakes are a real danger in Thailand. I have the impression that the sequence I just showed you has persuaded you to change your destination. But don't worry, Thailand is a beautiful tourist destination, and there is almost no risk that you will come across a snake. This Sunday, September 13th, 2020, in Nakhon Pathom, all of the members of the Tamasithian family are gathered around to lunch. They only want one thing: to enjoy together this beautiful day. So they are having a lunch when a strange surprise guest bursts into the dining room and terrorizes the whole family. It's a rare two-headed snake that measures a little over a foot long that has just caused panic in the Tamasithian household. However, the father, who knows a lot about reptiles, quickly identifies this bizarre find as a non-venomous puffball snake. It was only then that they were all relieved and took the time to film this rare creature. In fact, this snake probably suffers from polycephaly, a disease in which the twins do not separate during pregnancy due to mutations, which is what gives it this unusual appearance. It must be said that this snake allowed all members of the Tamasithian family to enjoy an unforgettable Sunday, and especially very strong in sensation. Unfortunately, their new pet was in such bad shape that it passed away that very evening, leaving the Tamasithians saddened by his loss. But the patriarch was able to find the words to console the family, explaining to them that death was surely a deliverance for this poor animal, who had to suffer martyrdom for his genetic anomaly. Ah, the mermaids, these magnificent creatures that feed a lot of myths and legends. Now that I'm telling you about them, you were wondering if the kingdom of Siam would not have hidden from us during all these years the existence of a real mermaid, half fish and half human. Well, to break the mystery once and for all, I will show you a picture. What do you think of it? I have the impression that this Thai mermaid disappoints you. She is far from the image you have of these magical creatures, and I think you will be more upset to learn that this strange marine discovery is not even one. Yes, because although this looks very real, it is only a human creation made of silicone, presented at an art exhibition in Bangkok. But considering how awful the mutant silicone creature looks, I'm sure you think it's better to live in a world where mermaids are imaginary creatures of unparalleled beauty. These were 10 weird things discovered recently in Thailand. Tell us in the comments which one surprised you the most. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to receive all the notifications and not miss anything of our next content.